To function properly and provide around-the-clock service, storage systems need to be installed in an environment that conforms with their operating parameters. Call or visit the customer site to verify that all site requirements are met. Doing so can help to ensure that the installation goes according to schedule. Most systems are installed into customer-owned cabinets. You must ask for the correct amount of physical space in these cabinets. Doing so is critical if the NetApp equipment shares the cabinet with equipment from other vendors. Using the Hardware Universe website, determine how many rack units the storage controllers require. Next, add up the requirement for all the shelves, and then the cluster switches. Include the air gap between the management and cluster interconnect switches. Also include any other air gaps you want to add to ensure optimal airflow and to provide more room for cables. For the sample cluster, all the components require a total of 29 rack units of physical space in one or more cabinets. Also, advise the customer to allocate free space for future shelf additions. Power requirements are listed under electrical requirements. The requirements for storage controllers and switches vary based on the input voltage. Shelves are more complicated because the type and capacity of the drives affect the electrical requirements of the shelves. Ask the customer if they use 110 volts or 220 volts, and then use those values. Because most power distribution units or PDUs provide 15 amps, keep the total power requirement of each cabinet under 15 amps to prevent tripping a circuit breaker. Inrush current is the amount of current that an electrical device draws when it first turns on. Inrush current is higher than the normal draw amount. If you have seen lights flicker when you use a microwave, you've experienced the effects of inrush current. The power requirements of the microwave temporarily exceeded the limits of the electrical circuit. By using the values in the worst case column, you can make allowances for inrush. A worst case scenario is a complete loss of power to the cabinet, with power returning only to one side. Customers with programmable PDUs can further mitigate inrush concerns by programming the outlets that the storage controllers use to wait 5 minutes before turning on. This approach ensures that all drives power on before the controllers boot. If the drives of the root aggregate are not powered on when the storage controller looks for them, then the storage controllers go into a reboot loop trying to find the root aggregate. Hardware Universe also provides power requirements in watts. Data center managers are interested in the heat output in British thermal units or BTUs so that they can direct airflow appropriately. These numbers vary by input voltage and drive type and are also available on Hardware Universe. Save time and frustration. Verify that the physical location where the system will be installed meets all necessary operating conditions before you go on site to perform the installation.